What's poppin', Big Headed fam? Now I got my boy Versace back in the building, man. He back doing better than before. Now I actually wanted to ask you a couple questions about some stuff that Nelly has said. Now basically Nelly said that Kamala Harris shouldn't be the president next time because she goes against black people and incarcerates more colored people than anything.
Right.
And I want to get your opinion on this. Like, do you feel like she should be the president? Is that the best choice for the next time, or how do you feel like?
I feel like, honestly, we don't need her in a presidency. I don't think Trump needs to be in presidency. Honestly, I don't think Kamala Harris deserves the spot because of the fact that she is a type of female that I feel like is like working with Trump, you know what I'm saying, behind close quarters, because of the fact that, like, you know, if you look deep into Kamala Harris's history, all of her history with her family and everything like that, her dad was a DEA, worked close with the CIA and the FBI. So you have to look at it like this: like, she already has an outstanding dislike for our culture based off of past history with, you know, cases with her family or her father and stuff like that. She's always been under her father's wing, and so for her to become a president, to me, is a little ludicrous because we have somebody that's basically biased and opinionated with a disregard for black people's life or the lifestyle that they grew up living, you know, and it's just, you don't want to cast us aside or throw us away, you know what I'm saying, instead of figuring out a way to hear the people's voice, you know what I'm saying, and literally hear what we need from you as a president if we were even to put you in that predicament to do that. But see, the thing is with me is I don't feel like I can trust people like that are in higher power like that because they're inconsiderate. They only care about what they want. Like, I honestly feel like Donald Trump is doing all this on purpose, you know what I'm saying, so that people want to put Kamala Harris there next so she can fuck us over completely. And then we'll really be screwed because she's going to take away all of our weapons. She's going to take away male, like specifically male rights, just because she's a feminist, you know what I'm saying? And she doesn't assume that, you know, men are capable of understanding or being compassionate about what women feel, what they need and shit like that. And I feel like Trump is complete opposite. He wants to shut down and take away women's rights and take away everything else, you know what I'm saying? He wants to lock us up. He wants to, you know what I'm saying, take the immigrants, you know what I'm saying, and chain them up and send them back like they're supposed to be getting transported back home.
So basically what you're telling me is you feel like Nelly and Snoop Dogg are right about Kamala Harris and she shouldn't be the president the next time.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure about that. If I could elect anybody to be a president, I would probably put Snoop in a predicament, because at least he comes from a place where he understands the struggle of most black males coming from a hood, Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? Like, he grew up in the ghetto, you grew up in the struggle, you grew up and still became something better than what people expected you to be. You became a legend. Over time, you worked, you struggled, and you know what I'm saying? You've literally dug yourself out of the pit to become the legend that you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that, because that's what all black people vision themselves, digging away out of the struggle or the suffering that they family grew up, because we grew up at a disadvantage. We grew up with lesser. We grew up with, you know what I'm saying, the bare minimum, and already being looked at with a disadvantage for being black already. You know what I'm saying? So for a man like that to change his whole life and do a 180, he's still gangster, but, like, you know what I'm saying, you have respect for your community, you have respect for the people that you grew up around, you have respect for other cultures and races. It's not just like singularity, or we're just focused only on black people, you know what I'm saying? It's everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's been shown in Snoop's music. He's done all type of varieties of, you know what I'm saying, music where it's not just basic, you know what I'm saying, hood music or street music. It's something new, it's something better, it's more, you know what I'm saying, promoting stuff for the children and, you know what I'm saying, the community. And it's like, you don't see that with a lot of people and a lot of rappers nowadays, because everybody's so to self, you know what I'm saying, because now we can't be putting other people in other predicaments of power like that, because most people that we do, you don't know really who they are, their backgrounds like that. You want to help them, but then they'll turn around and backdoor you, or, you know what I'm saying, backstab you. So it's like, if you have somebody like Snoop that comes from that, he can analyze and recognize when people are getting played, you know what I'm saying, or like when other races, or, like, you know what I'm saying, certain white folks that are up there in the Judeo system, then you would be able to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying, like, that don't even sound right to me. And just because you want to push the issue on, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not going to let that happen, you know what I'm saying, like, these are my people, you know what I'm saying. I feel like he'll stand up. Him and Nelly will stand up, and I think that that's what needs to happen. We need to have somebody that's not just, oh, you have to be freaking, you know what I'm saying, fucking coming from this super rich culture to be somebody in a presidency or a power like that. I feel like if you have the basic common knowledge of what the world needs, I feel like that's what matters more than anything.
Okay, and my last question for you. So we see Donald Trump, with the immigration stuff right now, and a lot of people are calling him racist, and a lot of people are saying that these new laws that he's coming up with and all these new tariffs, it's centered around racism. Like he's really racist and he wants all these people out of here. And I want to ask you a question. How do you feel like Donald Trump is doing?
I feel like somebody needs to assassinate his ass already. And
what makes you feel like that, though?
Because, bro, like, he just keeps antagonizing people, bro. Like, he keeps doing stuff that, like, is putting the entire United States, bro, in a state of panic. And for what? When you can use your common sense, bro, and not involve yourself in stuff that America shouldn't be involved in. And it's crazy because even other countries are scared for us, and they're telling us that we need to stand up and start a revolution and get rid of Trump. Trump needs to be impeached. Now, there shouldn't be all these other countries coming out and saying that America needs to stand up for ourselves. For what? Why would they have any purpose to tell us to stand up for themselves if they didn't see that this person is putting us into a state of war?
So do you feel like him getting people out of the country that's illegally here, do you feel like that's bad or good? What's your standpoint on it?
I feel like it's a bad to a certain degree because, like, come on, bro. Like, all of the Mexicans, bro, they make all of the stuff for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do all of our farming. They do all of our planting. You know what I'm saying? They pick your cherries and shit. They pick your grapes. They do all of that shit for you guys. And it's crazy how ungrateful the American citizens can be towards Mexicans because a lot of people that are in America are still with that shit. They have undercover racism, so they side with Trump. Even though you know what I'm saying, only a select few amount of people are starting to see that Trump is on some fuck shit.
What do you feel about people saying that Trump has done more for black people than any other president?
He's only done it for the rich black people, like Kodak Black or a couple other people that just got pardoned and stuff like that, because he was trying to make it look like he's for the black community, but really it's about money. It's about the status that they hold, and some of those people that have money like that, they're all in on it. You know what I'm saying? They're all in that sick mode and they're working together. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people are just puppets. A lot of them are figurettes. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have no say. They're getting, you know what I'm saying, a call from the radio, aka the man, and they're telling these niggas what to do. You know what I'm saying? And they follow orders. That's why I feel like we don't need a puppet as a president. We don't need Kamala Harris, another puppet as a president. We need a human being that really came from the streets and the struggle, that really cares about people and, you know what I'm saying, what they're going through, to stand in that position of power. Because without that, the United States is going to crumble. We're going to fall apart, and it's going to happen from the inside out. It's not going to happen from the outside. We already have everything we have in here ready to just explode catastrophically. We have every race here, from every type of country, from Russia, from China, from Thailand, from Taiwan. We have people from Malaysia here, Africa. We have people from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And forgive me for the people that I didn't name, because it's a lot. But every people from every different country has came to America. So there's so much diversity here that you have to understand. Trying to start a war or fight another person's war and bring it to here when everything is already here. So all you're doing is just setting us up for failure, because all of those people that you're with are here in America. So you don't think that you want to start a war with somebody on the outside. You think you're worried about the missiles and nukes. No, you got to worry about the people that are already here, because guess what? They going to fight for their country. Just because they live here don't mean that they ain't going to go.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's real,
that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people have to understand, like, you know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, from my perspective, it's like everything's already here. All Trump is doing is being the catalyst for the shit to crack off.
Amen, my brother. Well, man, hey, thank you for the interview, man. This was a dope interview.
Yes, sir.
Good insight, man. It's your boy KNBG Versace.
KVNG
Versace, man. And until the next one, man, y'all stay safe out there. God bless,
yes,
man.
Sir.